Hello there, guys and girls. Welcome to my channel, where we look at things from different angles. Today's subject is not rocket science. Well, it's really jet science. The way things are today, there's a lot of analysis going on about national capabilities. Now, everyone's talking about microchips in the USA and China and tons of other political stuff. Everyone's engaged in a swinging competition about technological prowess. Who can build the smallest chips? Who can build the fastest jets? Blah 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 blah. Well, let me indulge in some deflation. What is the pinnacle of technological achievement for a country? What is it? Think of it for a moment. What's the answer? A commercially viable turbofan engine. What is a turbofan engine? It's a jet engine. It's one of those things you find hanging off the wings of an Airbus or a Boeing airliner when you go to the airport next time. The only reason you get in that tube and you're able to fly to 36,000 feet is because those engines keep powering you there. And it doesn't come down to earth again without spreading itself and yourself all over the countryside in little pieces. It's just an engine. What's so special about it? Well, it's the ultimate achievement. Why do I say that? Simple, actually. A turbofan engine is one of the most complex systems on earth. And it's also one which has to be ultra reliable, can't be compromised. It has to keep working all the time. You can't just pull over to the side of the road, like if you can when your car engine fails, you can pull over to the side of the road, right? But you can't do that. You'll fall out of the sky, and that's very detrimental to your health. It has to incorporate such varied technologies. It will boggle your mind. The metallurgy has to be perfect, otherwise parts of it will melt or deform, and incredibly high temperatures. It has to be strong enough to take some limited damage and still bring you back safely to Mother Earth. It's a combination of metallurgy, electronics, physics, sciences, physics, chemistry, everything. And all that has to be engineered just right. And even if there's one issue, it will make it either unviable or worse, actually dangerous. This combination requires so many skills, so much infrastructure, and so much knowledge about things like exotic alloys, ultra reliable systems, and quality control that they take decades to develop into something that works. So, it's hard to build a commercially viable jet turbofan engine. But notice something? I said commercially viable. You'd think that military turbofans are harder to design than commercial turbofans, but that's not true. Why? The military doesn't care anything about fuel efficiency, whereas an airline has to squeeze every last drop of energy from the aviation turbine fuel which it uses. That is so expensive. That's why developing a commercial turbofan has a layer of complexity much higher than military equipment, right? Commercial turbofans are such a complex engineering project that only very few countries have achieved this milestone of technological achievement. They are the US and Canada, which is basically the same company, so I'm going to count it as the same country. Then there's the UK, Rolls-Royce. Then there's France, which is Airbus and CFM. And there's Russia, which has one single company called Aviadvigatel. Apart from these countries, nobody has ever developed a commercial turbofan engine. India and China have been trying for a long time and they are still not there. They're many, many years away from being there, maybe 10, maybe 15 years. And mind you, India and China have extremely successful space programs, which basically also means that they're very good at rocket science. So when they say it's not rocket science, yeah, it could be worse. It could be jet science, which is harder and tougher. So there is no such thing as an commercial aviation industry unless you can make your own jet engines. Why do I say that? Look at Brazil and China. Both of them have fairly good commercial aircraft. Brazil is way ahead. It has several models which are very popular all over the world. But both these countries still use Western, basically from either the US or from France, jet engines. Now, if you piss either of those two few countries off and they stop providing you with jet engines, then your aviation industry is now worthless. You can make airframes all you want. They'll sit on the ground until you can put engines into them. And that's the reason any country which doesn't make its own aircraft engines cannot have a viable commercial aviation industry. And if you want to know how that might happen, look at my video about sanctions. Look at the geopolitical scene today. And then you'll understand, in today's changing geopolitical language, everything is a weapon. We have to understand what technological achievement truly means. And for more on the subject, I'll come up with a video sometime. In the meantime, thanks for being with me, and I hope this was an informative and educational video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.